Okay, class, so just a little bit of help with assignment 2, part B and C. Looking at the imperial system, you got to keep this guide, handy of all your conversions, okay? Because you're going to be referring to that as you're converting. So, completing in your booklet, these questions should be done simply converting feet into inches. So I would go 38 feet. I convert to inches, so I go to my table. I'm in feet, going to inches, so what do? I have to times by 12. So I'm going to take my number, times it by 12. All right, 38 times 12. And then I equal the number of inches. So that's what you're going to be doing for those ones. Figure out what you have to do to convert in. Going from miles to feet. So what you want to do is look here. Miles to feet, I would go, here I'm starting in miles and I gotta convert into feet. So I go to yards by timesing by 1760, then go into feet by timesing by 3. So I'd have to do 2 multiplications to go from miles into feet. All right, so then I would simply write down here times 1760 and then times 3 with 0.4, okay? Here we have some word problems, going through those. More conversions. So this part, you have 5 feet, 10 inches tall. So you want to convert that into inches. So what you're going to do is you're going to convert 5 feet into inches, 10 inches, and then add them together. So here we have 5 times 12. So there's 60 inches and 5 feet. And then you're going to have to add the 10 that was already there. And so you get a total of 70. So you got to convert both parts of the number. So we have to go 7 yards. We have to turn that into feet. And then we have 2 feet already. So we have to add those together to get our total number of feet. This question down here, 3 yards, you have to convert that into feet and then into inches. And then you have 1 foot that you would convert into inches. And then what you're going to do is you will add them together to get the total number of inches. Okay. So a little bit of help there. You're going to have to do each part separately, then add them together because there's 2 parts. Or for these ones, there's 3 parts. Okay. Good, then you can work on this. So here we have 26 miles and 385 yards. You have a stride, which is 1 yard long. So what they want you to do is convert this into yards. And you're going to add it to the yards that you have already. Okay, and that'll equal the number of yards. And each stride is about 1 yard, so then that will equal the number of strides. Okay. Good. Next one, each fence board is 6 inches wide. Ooh, that brings back memories. I just fixed my fence. You have 4 sides of a playground, which is 60 feet wide, 125 feet long. So draw a diagram. Let that help you. So we have 160 feet wide, 125 feet long. So altogether, how many feet do you have? 125, 60, so we can add them up. So 60 plus 125 plus 125 plus 60, that's going to equal how many feet total? Now, once you get that number, you have to convert that into inches. Okay, so you would convert that into inches, and then what you're going to do is divide that by 6. Divide by 6 so that you have how many boards that you need. Okay. All right. Next one, bought 50 feet of rope. They cut off pieces. How much rope does he have left? So that's a little bit tricky there. they cut off 34 and 8 inches. So you would go 50 minus 34, which equals how many feet? But then you have to go 1 foot minus 8 inches. Okay, so in order to take away the minus 8 inches, you're going to have to take 1 foot, which is 12 inches, and then minus 8. And then you'll have the leftover amount will be 34 minus 1 foot Okay, that'll be how many feet, and then you can figure out how many inches when you take away this 8. Okay. Next one. Garden geraniums planted every foot along the outside of the garden. How many geraniums are needed? So circumference of a circle is pi times diameter. What you want to do is convert that into inches. So 7 feet, 4 inches. Convert that into inches. And then you can add it together to get a total number of inches. Okay. Then you can use that number, C equals pi times the number of inches. So your circumference is in inches. And what you're going to do then is you're going to divide it by 12 because you're planting every foot. And that'll equal the number of geraniums. Okay. Going on, pet store has 10 cages, 5 that are that wide, 3 this wide, and 2 cages that wide. Can these cages fit side by side along with that is 30 inches wide? So we have 5 cages. We have 2 feet, 8 inches. We have, so there's 5 of them. So we would go 2 foot 8, 2, 8, 2, 8, 2, 8, 2, 8. Add them all up. Then there's 3 that are 4, 6. So 4 foot 6.
Just joined it.
Okay, so then we have to add the 3 cages that are 4 foot 6. So 4, 6, 4, 6. Add them all up. And then we have to add the 2 cages that are 1 foot 8, 1 foot 8. Add them up. So then what we can do is we can then get our totals. Okay, and add all our totals up. So then we would add these together. So add, and then we're going to check and see if that is more than 30 feet long. Okay, so you have to check, got to make sure that your inches are converted into feet, because you need a total feet to see if it's larger than 30. Okay, so that's what we're doing there. Okay. Next one here, imperial units. So often imperial units are using fractions like 7 1/4 of an inch. So the question is, if you have 8 steps and there's 7 1/4 inches each, what is the height in feet and inches? So we would go 8 times, which is 56. That's what they did here. And then you have 1/4 of an inch times 8. That would be 2. And then you just add it up to give 58. Okay, so it's kind of like that other lesson where you have to do things separate, then add them together. Okay, any questions? The last part, of course, they had to convert this from feet. They had to convert that into inches. So you got to be careful. All right. Sorry, other way around, my bad. They had inches, and they had to convert that into feet and inches. Okay, There we go. Part C done. Tomorrow we'll be converting measurements, but now you can do your homework and finish off all of assignment 2.